Yo, what's up? All right, so I'm being guided to share this message, and it's a little bit of like one of those vulnerable ones where I'm like rolling my eyes, but I also am hearing from my highest self and divine team that this is a message that helps other people that are also going through what I'm going through. And then Mary Magdalene wants to channel through with a message as well. So I am feeling a lot of emotions coming up right now. A lot of anxiety, a lot of fear, a lot of sadness. And then with that, like the thought patterns of kind of like fear of failure, fear of not being good enough. What am I even doing is one of the thought patterns coming up. And this is connected to me stepping more and more into my purpose, what lights me up, what makes me excited. I've been working on like building my business on the side while also doing jobs that I don't love. Like I have my own cleaning clients and I also worked at a restaurant. And while I was doing that, I was building my business. And I started out first I went to school for my graduate to get my master's in psychology. And then that didn't feel quite right. So then I switched to studying Ayurveda. And then I went on to get a coaching certificate, doing neurolinguistic programming, tapping, EFT, timeline jumping, timeline therapy. And then I was like working on getting clients for all of those things, like kind of bringing them all together. And then coaching sessions didn't feel quite right. It kind of felt like therapy. And it's not my favorite thing. It doesn't feel right in a way of resonance. Like it felt like people talking about their problems, and then from what I've learned about neurolinguistic programming is like you get that neural pathway more solidified. And I was like, I don't want that. So coaching is great for that too, but that also just didn't feel quite right for me. So then I was in this place of like, okay, God, Source, Spirit, like guide me to what is right. I'm feeling a little bit irritated and confused. And then I was guided to my teacher who has taught me this quantum energy healing, and I started studying it, oh my God, about 3 years ago or more. And when I was studying it, I was first studying it for myself and working on myself, then working on practice clients for a long time. And then I started taking paid clients really in the past year. And in between then, I was doing psychic tarot readings. And that didn't feel quite right either, because a lot of times people just wanted to know their future and like what was happening for them. And I was like, the way I read cards is more like, this is a snapshot of where you're at right now, and spiritual advice on how to shift and how to change your trajectory into alignment with what you want. So, long story long, it's been a long time of building up to this point. And when I first started building my business, I was in this place of like, okay, I'm out here, I'm accepting paid clients, where are they? And it was like, okay, Jody, like it doesn't happen overnight. And that was something in my manifestations always, like I have overnight success. And my spirit team was like, you don't really want overnight success. Like you'd be so overwhelmed. And I was like, yeah, okay, right. So it's been this slow growth, and I am actually quite grateful for how it has transpired, unfolded, blossomed. And I'm now at the point, first I was able to release cleaning clients like one at a time, and it always felt scary. I would always get the knowing like, hey, I'm done with this client and it's time to release them. And as soon as I released them, I would have new clients come in for my quantum energy healing business. And it felt so scary always for each one of those steps. And now it's like the final boss mode in the video game of life, where, at least for this level, right, I am getting the message to release the restaurant and stop working there. And I gave my notice, and it's coming up where I'm totally releasing it, and I am fully in charge of my income. And like, ideally, realistically, the whole time I have been, but it's this different level of my passion business is now my full-time job. And like, what? That feels like a dream come true. And then also, I am scared. And it's normal. And the emotions that are coming up just feel wild. And like, witnessing the ego, which wants to keep us safe, and safety to the ego equals staying confined in that box of safety, which is staying in, cleaning, and the restaurant. That equals safety, right? Because it's predictable. And these are all the stories that the ego, the subconscious mind, tells us, especially when we're about to jump into this new level. And this is what happened before with every other chapter along the way of releasing cleaning clients. And now here I am, and it feels really heavy, really big. But when I check in and I trust my inner guidance, the time is now. It is time to release this chapter of my life. And I'm ready. And I have the clients and the income has replaced those jobs completely. So that storyline of fear is not valid, but it feels very real to the entire nervous system and to the self, right? Especially in the mind. And so I was hearing to share this because you're in my collective, and the message I get a lot is like, where I'm at is where my collective is also at on some level. You might be a little bit, like a few steps behind. I might just be a few steps ahead. You might be exactly where I'm at and releasing something that is no longer in alignment, and it feels terrifying. And when I look back at any job, any career, any relationship that I knew it was time to release, there was like immense sadness and fear that came up. And what I'm hearing to say is the only constant that we can rely on in life is change. And that season, those seasons are over. And I'm not leaving them being like, oh, fuck that, I'm so done with that. It's not like that. It's more of like, oh, wow, that was a chapter. There were a lot of great things that I learned in those chapters, and that chapter's over. And now there's this whole new one, and it's stepping into the unknown. It's stepping off that ledge into the new, and it feels really scary. But this is the opportunity where the universe gets to catch me and you when we take that leap of faith, trusting that internal guidance system. And it really like never leads me wrong. My internal guidance system, literally never. It's always right. And I've had people in the past say like, well, this is a guy I dated a while ago. He was like, isn't that quite cocky to think that when you trust your intuition, you're always right? And I'm like, no, I have like scientific experience of my entire life trusting it. When I don't trust it, I'm like, or when I don't listen to the intuition or that internal guidance system, and then I go the opposite way, I have so many experiences in my life where I'm like, oh, that's why I was supposed to say no to that, or, you know, listen to myself and not deny that. And when we listen and step into the fear, we are rewarded. Period. So that is my little share. I'm not sure what Mary Magdalene wants to say. She told me to share this, and I sometimes feel like a little kid with my spirit team and Mary Magdalene, like rolling my eyes, like I'm like, no, I'm not going to share that. And then I keep getting the message, and I'm like, okay, fine, I'll share it. So I'm like a little kid sometimes in my human form, but aren't we all? Yeah. Little kids adulting. No, I'm an adult. I'm a full-grown adult. 38 years old. About to be 39 soon. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's call in Mary Magdalene. I want to use these chimes, removing any disharmonic frequencies, energies, frequency disturbances at this time. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to take some deep breaths, call Mary Magdalene in. Mary Magdalene, we are ready for whatever message you have to share. Thank you. Hello, hello. Thank you for being here, beautiful, lovely souls. Yes, if this message found you, which we know because we in the spirit realm brought you here. That is how this beautiful quantum field works. You are in resonance with Jodi's story. And we did urge her to share her story. And a lot of resistance came up for her around that, of sharing her human struggles, human self. She, a lot of times in her life, felt this need to be the perfectionist, needing to be like prove that she's good enough. And we are urging her to share her story because a lot of you also share those same internal belief systems of needing to be perfect. You're not good enough. And we want you to understand that you are good enough. You are perfectly imperfect. Nothing is ever completely perfect. None of you are completely perfect, but you're perfect in your imperfections, right? One would argue you are perfect then. But we're being in non-duality, right? So you are who you are, and that is exactly what you're supposed to be. And if you feel called to take a leap of faith and it feels very scary, that is normal. That is your normal human programming, human self, the alarm system's going off to prevent you from doing the thing. Because in past lifetimes, in past time eras, your human has been in situations, timelines where you did not succeed, or even in this lifetime you've been in situations where you did not succeed, and it made you go into fear, self-protect mode mechanism. And it's a tricky thing being a human, because there's all these different ways that the system programs to protect, and the ego comes in to protect and puts those thought loops in of like, don't do that, that's stupid, you're stupid, that's not safe, you're not safe, you're going to be rejected. But you are here because the next level up, as Jodi likes to say in this video game of life, is you stepping more into your power, your authenticity, and the life that you desire, that you dream of. Your dream come true. And Jodi, we've been giving her this message, and she gets it. She thought that she could continue to build her business more while working this other job. And we told her she's at this plateau spot. She has to release this energy because it is no longer in frequency resonance with her. And when she releases it, more alignment for her business, more the magnetism of more clients, more financial success, new ideas, more energy for new creations in her business to empower and uplift humanity will come. But right now, it's not possible if she stays on the timeline of holding on to that old job. And it's been a very challenging thing for her to move through, and that was the resistance of her not wanting to share it. But we know you're here because you're going through a similar experience. And we love you so much. And Jody is the living testimony that this works. It has already worked for her up until now. And it's going to continue to work for her. And part of her mission and part of our mission, channeling through Jody, is to show you and lead you in the way that you are ready for this also. And no one else is going to do this for you. It is up to you. Now, Jody used to constantly search outside of herself for validation, for someone to validate her intuition, tell her the choice she was making that was the right choice. And she would go to psychics, she would go to get readings, she would do different things. And this was when she was not really in her power very much at all. And if you go to a psychic and you're not meant to hear a certain piece of information, the psychic, the information is not going to come through from spirit because you're not meant to hear that. And that would always happen for Jody. She would be guided back to herself, because the psychics she was guided to were in alignment with integrity and led her to what we were telling Jody needed to know, is to trust herself. And it's been a journey, a process of her doing that. And now she does it. And we are so proud of her. And we are so proud of you because you are here as a reflection of Jody. You are ready to step into this new next level. You are ready to release what is no longer in resonance. And it feels scary, and that's okay. Okay, I'd like to do a meditation now. Okay, let's start with breathing in for 4 counts. One hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Hold for 4. Out for 5. Hold for 5. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 5. Hold for 5. In for 4. Hold for 4. Out for 5. Hold for 5. Now, I want you to observe your nervous system. You're shrinking down to a tiny, tiny, tiny particle. And you're going to climb in through your ear. Let's go with your left ear. You're climbing in. And as you're entering your body, your system, you are aware of this disharmonic frequency. This is anxiety, fear in the nervous system. What does it look like? What does it feel like? What color is it? I feel in the collective a large contraction in the heart space. The heart space is your portal of your creative energy. And when you are consumed by fear and anxiety, you cannot access the heart space. And this fear and anxiety is asking to move out of the system. And part of releasing this fear and anxiety is releasing what is causing that. So for Jody, it's holding on to the old systems, the old things that are no longer in resonance. So for you, what is that thing that you are holding on to that is causing anxiety and fear? Are they part of these belief systems also in the mind? I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. We're going to encapsulate those belief systems. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. Encapsulate them in golden white light. And then we're going to allow those belief systems to disintegrate and release. Moving through the nervous system, out the nervous system, down through your feet. Do a lion's breath with me. Large inhale. Big exhale. Releasing those particles, those belief systems, old belief systems that are ready to leave. Now, encapsulate the energy of whatever it is that you're holding on to that's causing fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety of releasing this old thing that no longer is in resonance with you. Now, you're going to look lovingly, zoom out and look lovingly at whatever this thing is. What did it bring to your life? What are the qualities? What are the things you learned? Take the things that you learned and put them into an item. It can be a clock, it can be a star, it can be a little owl. For Jody at the restaurant and at the cleaning, she learned that she is powerful, capable. She increased her self-confidence. There was a lot of learning that happened for her. And so taking those things, shrinking them down into whatever, for Jody, she just said it's a unicorn. So a tiny little unicorn, all of those qualities. And then she's tucking that into her heart. And for you, whatever you're shrinking that down into and tucking it into your heart. You're gonna now take out a sword, a flaming, beautiful sword that is yours. And you're gonna cut away these cords and attachments to whatever this thing is that is no longer in resonance. And it's time to release it. And you're cutting it away with love and gratitude, thanking it for being a part of your story, for being a part of your timeline. And it has now served its purpose, and it is time to release it. Thank you. I love you. I bless you. Whatever this thing is. And now, being that small, tiny particle, going back into the system, and there you are looking at your nervous system, and there's this new sense of calm and peace and light, golden honey light pours in through the crown and is melting down through the entire system. And the little tiny particle of you is riding this light, moving through the entire system. It is activating and awakening and a new level of excitement for this new chapter. Yes, there is a level of fear that came up, and that's okay. And the only way to move out of that is to move through it. So this light that is now coming through the system is coming in with the purpose to acknowledge any fears, any sadness, any depression, any anxiety, and lovingly hold it and release it, transmute it, moving through it. This warm golden light that feels like honey moving through the system is now making its way down to the lower half of your body and moving through every cell and all of the spaces in between, removing any fears, any anxieties, any sadness, any depression, allowing the emotions to come out and release. At this time, your body, feel how you feel. Let yourself feel whatever is coming up. And now that little piece of this experience that you're now releasing that lives in your heart is spinning. It's creating a little vortex tornado in your heart. And it's opening up all of these new qualities, all of these new things that you learned from this past energy that is now time to release. All those qualities that you are taking are opening up a portal, a vortex, into this new timeline that you are ready to experience. You don't know exactly what it's going to look like because you are stepping into the unknown. But this portal has been opened. And now I want you to imagine yourself stepping into this new timeline. I feel so much excitement rising in the collective. This new timeline is full of magic, blessings, and alignment with your divine soul frequency. And because you have released these energies that are no longer in harmonic resonance with the you that you are becoming, you allow yourself to attract in what is in alignment with you in this now moment. This new timeline, there is a beautiful white door with an antique, gorgeous golden handle that looks old and beautiful. And you walk up and you open this door and you are ready to step in now. And you step through and there is nothing but love and joy and excitement on the other side. Will there be some fear with the new? Yes, of course, that's normal. That's being a human. But you can overcome and do anything. But this new timeline is meant to be easy because you are stepping into alignment with your authentic self. You ready for this? We are so proud of you. This golden light now goes out, expands around your whole being, 6 feet out. How do you feel? I would like you to now ask your highest self for a message that you need to know moving into this new timeline and releasing this old thing that is no longer in resonance. What is the message for you? You may hear it, see it, feel it. What is it? And if you don't hear anything at all, that's fine too. It might be a knowing. Now, I want you to name your intention for this new timeline. And this golden light that extends 6 feet around you, name your intention now for this new timeline. Are you living in divine alignment with your truth? Is your life easy and beautiful and flowing? Are you powerful? Are you magnetizing the reality that you desire? Whatever it is, claim it right now, and this golden light around you pulsates and your intention ripples through the quantum field. And now this golden sphere around you zooms into your heart quickly, immediately, back into whatever that little piece was that you took down, that little object from this past piece that you're releasing. All of the good things that it holds, all of that energy is in that little object in your heart, bringing you forward into your power, into your authenticity, your integrity, your truth. We are now complete. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Come back to your body. We love you, we love you, we love you. Mary Magdalene and Ascended Masters, thank you for being here. Until next time. Oh, what's up, y'all? Okay. I love this so much. I was really afraid to start channeling, but it's been, I just get out of the way and allow Mary Magdalene and the Ascended Masters to come through, and I am witnessing what she's saying and the meditations, and I love meditations so much. And I used to think oh, I want to create meditations and would get overwhelmed on how to do it. And now it's a channeling experience, and it's easy and it's effortless. And I feel like that is the point of this new timeline that they just brought through, that we're moving into. It gets to be easy and effortless. It gets to be fun. So whatever you love to do that is easy and effortless, where time just slips by, that's what you're meant to do. And I'm not going to say much more because that was just beautiful, and I'm full of gratitude, I'm full of light, I'm excited, and that really shifted my energy. It was a little unicorn for me. I love that she told you guys. So put your little object in the comments with your emoji. And if your object isn't available in emoji form, you can use mine and do a unicorn. Okay, I love you guys. I'm so grateful that you're here. Thank you. It means the world to me. I sometimes still feel a little bit crazy doing this, but I know it's in alignment. It's what I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm following that path. So thank you for your kind comments. Thank you for the support, the emails I've been receiving. Thank you. I see you. I love you. I appreciate you. And if you feel called to book a quantum energy healing session, the link is in my bio. The information is in my bio. I'm really feeling called to create some other options. And yeah, I will be doing those in the future. Stay tuned. Until next time, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.